Jonathan has me in side control. If you don't remember what side control is, look at that video and that will remind you. Basically what he's wanting to do is he's wanting to isolate this arm. See, this arm right now is in his lap. I don't like that. And that's not really good for me. This arm is in a lot of danger because there are all kinds of submissions that he can do. Yeah, there's a key lock, there's all kinds of stuff there. So the first thing I need to do, even before I deal with this arm, is I gotta get this one out of danger. Now, I have to be careful because if I get up here, there's another submission he has here where he can push this arm over. All right, so I have to be really careful how I get this arm on this side of his neck, but I'm trying to get it on this side of his neck. So I just try to get it right in here. Now, I don't want it down low because there's a wrist lock there. So he can wrist lock me. So I want to keep it high. Now this wrist is safe. And this part of my bone part of my arm is going right across his artery. And if anything, it's uncomfortable for him. And he can't, see, I'm already starting to create a little space there, right? All right, now once I have this guy here, notice I don't have both of the calves on the mat. I automatically have my knees bent. So whenever you lay down, you always have your knees bent. Don't ever have them flat like this unless you're watching TV and none of us are around. All right, so right here. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start trying to get this guy, see he's already tightening up, he doesn't like that, it's instinctual. I wanna kind of like slide this in here and I wanna get it across his belt line. So go ahead and sit up, Jonathan. So see, here's where it looks. So here's his country western big old belt buckle and I'm putting my arm right across there, right in there. Now I have a bit of a frame. I've got a frame here and a frame here. And so like if he weighs 300 pounds, he's putting a lot of pressure on me, I can start taking some of that pressure off my rib cage and so I can actually start breathing, all right? Now at this point in time, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn towards my enemy. I'm never gonna turn away from him. I don't wanna turn my hips this way and go this way because then he's gonna take my back or mount or it's gonna be worse for me. Always turn towards your opponent, never away from your opponent. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna swing these feet out here and then I'm gonna do what's called a shrimp where I throw my hips out to the side. This is what we do for warm-up. So I'm gonna shrimp out and I'm gonna bring this knee in and now see how I've created another frame to create distance between him and me. So I have a frame here. Now what do I do with this foot? I don't wanna just leave it out there. What I'm gonna do, and notice I'm starting to grab his arm too, so I can control him. I'm gonna put this foot on top, my voice is changing, on top of my leg, right here. I'm gonna put it right here. And that's gonna help me create a little bit more distance. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drop this ankle right here that was at his hips, I'm gonna drop it to the ground and post. That way if he starts pushing towards me, I can kind of keep him away from me. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shrimp the opposite direction. I'm gonna shrimp this way in order to pull him into my guard. All right, and then now I just went from a really bad situation to a much better situation. Am I missing any details, guys?